Jai Hind, my dear children. Today we are going to study electrolytic cell, EMF and internal resistance of a cell. Consider an electrolytic cell which consists of copper rod and zinc rod which act as electrodes dipped inside an electrolytic solution. Here sulfuric acid acts as the electrolytic solution. Due to chemical action, electrons move from copper rod to zinc rod. As a result, copper rod gets positive potential and zinc rod gets a negative potential. Plus V plus and minus V minus be the potentials of copper rod and zinc rod. Here, since no current is drawn from the cell, the difference in potential between the two terminals is called EMF of the cell. EMF of the cell is given by E equals plus V plus minus V minus. Hence, it is given by E equals V plus V minus. EMF is actually a potential difference. It is not a force. Now, consider an electrolytic cell connected to an external resistance R. So that current flows from positive to negative terminal externally. In order to maintain continuity, the current has to flow through the electrolyte of the cell from negative terminal to positive terminal, and externally it is moving from positive to negative. During this process of current flow inside the cell, a resistance is offered to current flow by the electrolyte of the cell, and the resistance offered by the electrolyte of the cell is what is called internal resistance. Thus, internal resistance is the resistance created by the solution within the cell between the two electrodes. It depends on area of the electrodes dipped in the electrolyte, separation between the electrodes, concentration and temperature. As area increases, we know resistance decreases. Separation increases, internal resistance increases. Concentration increases, internal resistance decreases, and internal resistance decreases with increase in temperature. A freshly prepared cell always have low internal resistance. Now consider the electrolytic cell is connected to the external resistance R, so that current flows from positive to negative externally. Since current is drawn from the cell, the difference in potential between the two electrodes is called potential difference or terminal voltage. Current flows through the external resistor from positive to negative. Now the potential difference between the two electrode or the terminal voltage is given by V equals E minus IR, because E represents the potential difference between the positive and negative electrodes if no current is drawn. IR is, that means the potential difference provided by the electrolyte, that means this region. Here through the electrolyte current flows from negative to positive, isn't it? Through the external circuit current flows from positive to negative, and through the electrolyte current flows from negative to positive, and hence it is minus I into R. What is this R called? The internal resistance provided by the electrolyte of the cell. Okay, so potential difference between the two electrodes or terminal voltage is V equals E minus IR, and IR is the potential difference provided by the electrolyte. E means the EMF. From Ohm's law we can write V equal to IR. That means potential difference across the resistance is V equal to IR. Let this is the first equation and here this is the second one. From first equation and second equation we can write IR equal to E minus I into small r. I this into R plus R equal to EMF E, and hence current I equal to E divided by R plus R, where E represents the EMF, R is the external resistance connected, and small r represents the internal resistance. If external resistance R equal to 0, no external resistance is connected. Now how will you write the maximum current that can be drawn from the cell? I max equals, if capital R equal to 0, I max equal to EMF divided by internal resistance R. This is the maximum current that can be drawn from a cell.